Aha, you guys that. See, you couldn't hear me. I caught it. I caught it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the day-to-day entertainment news movie review show. I'm your host, Chris Fagan. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift, Barbie, DCU. Sorry about that, guys. I had the mute button all over again. It's Monday. I apologize. I humbled myself before you guys. Hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think about the topics. And if you want to join me in the chat, I'm going to be monitoring the chat. I had to say all that over and over again while you were looking at me going and not hearing a damn thing. Guys, let's get right into it. Let me see if I got my buttons working right now. So there. Guys, if you, like I said, if you want to help and support the channel, as we are trying to do our best to grow without my failure to unmute the mic, you can always do so. But before we get into that, let me just remind you that the show is set up into 3 parts. It's entertainment news. We're going to talk about some reviews and things like that. And she's not ready for it. You know what? She's not ready. I was going to talk about a certain topic. I'm going to skip it to save time because my wife's not here with me. I'm riding solo. So we're not going to do a specific topic. I'll ask her if she's ready for tomorrow. And it's for the entertainment news. The Ted Lasso talk with my wife. Me and my wife watched it. We watched it together, so we're going to talk about it together. So just 3 topics. We're going to talk the box office results, and then we're going to see what you guys are saying. Again, if you guys want to support the channel, you can do that in many ways. You just go send a super chat. That does help us out when you send questions in. Why not do a super chat? And you guarantee that I'm definitely going to notice it. Speaking of which, there were some super chats that were left unread. I will try to go back and read those and doing them in an upcoming show. I just realized that I did not pull those up, so I'll probably pull them up on tomorrow's show, the unread super chats. But you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, Threads, and become a patron. You can become a member for your guaranteed your guaranteed slot to call in live during the show or video chat with us, depending on which tier member you are, during the After Dark shows. Whenever we do a show that is, for the After Dark, like not the afternoon, After Dark shows in the evenings, that's when our channel members can chime in. And on top of that, you can also support us by listening to our podcast. If you can't catch us live, we also have a podcast. We have a blog as well on all social media. So you can follow us there. Send your questions, your comments, concerns, anything you want me to talk about. Let me know, and we'll talk about it. If it's recent, okay, specifically for my show, for my channel, if you send me a topic to talk about, if it's a special topic, like, oh, this is hey, Chris, what are your top 5 actors who have never won an Oscar that should, like something, something get specific, a specific topic like that. I love to do rundowns on that. But other than that, if it's a trending topic or something that just hit the news, not, Chris, have you heard that Jonathan Majors was arrested for? Oh yeah, we heard about that. It's not recent news. If it's something that's within the week, then it's likely that if you suggest it to me, send it up to me, and then we'll talk about it here on the rundown. Send it to me, whether it's on the community tab or in the comment section anywhere on social media or on here on YouTube, and I would appreciate that, because you guys, what do you say? You're my eyes and ears. No, that's what Spider-Man said to Electro to piss him off. You're my eyes and ears out there, all of you. You're my eyes and ears out there. So I appreciate you guys. So let's get right into it. Like I said, I'm doing this on a Monday solo. So the first topic of the week, let me see if I can pull my notes up. There we go. First topic of the week: fans struggle to keep up with James Gunn and Peter Safran's DCU plans. Fans are struggling to keep up with James Gunn and Peter Safran's DCU plans. The various reports and rumors have spurred some confusion and backlash. This comes in from IGN. I couldn't agree more. Let me see if I can pull up the what I have up here. So James Gunn, well, from a Reddit user, Klitschwiki says James really has to come out and say something official because all these conflicting reports are a horrible look. Such a confusing start to something that was supposed to be a hard reboot. Another Reddit user says, is it Vertenhagel, if I'm saying that right? It's hard being a DC enthusiast these days. That was added by some Reddit users. Look, I 100% agree that it's beginning to get ridiculous. Like and we'll talk about Gal Gadot a little bit later, but when Gal Gadot said that she was in an interview saying that she was in talks with Wonder Woman 3, the second I saw that all over YouTube podcasts that I follow, things like that, and then people were just talking about it, running with it, even though from what I can tell, it was a recent interview. But I could see through it from what it is, because one thing that we've been getting from Gunn is transparency. We might not like everything that he said. We might not agree with some of the choices that him and Peter are saying, but James Gunn has been very vocal. I mean, in the most likely and unlikely situations, when it's somebody just, hey, James, what do you think about da-da-da-da? And then he'll go, oh, well, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on with da-da-da. And he just answers you. So that I've been appreciating. So when Gal Gadot was on her interview, it was like, oh, we're having talks with about Wonder Woman 3. I'm thinking, dude, you're probably channeling. And maybe this interview was before the writer's strike. I can't remember. I'm like, maybe you're channeling the conversations that were going on with the director of the first two films, and you're talking about that old conversation. Remember, there was a little confusion on that as well. It's very heavy on the Wonder Woman side, whether it's the director, what's the name? Is it Greta? Not Greta. What's it? I forgot her name already. I apologize. Or with Gal Gadot, it's some confusion. On the Superman side, it ain't confusing at all. The Henry Cavill be like, I don't know. Ask James. They ain't called me. You know what I'm saying? It's almost exactly like what was going on before Discovery took over at Warner Brothers. So it's the only part of the situation that has me bothered, because everything else when it comes to the fact that DC needs to reboot, I'm for it. There was a lot of things I would love to. Henry Cavill is one of the only things that I wish could stay behind, if there was a way. But I also said that if you're going to reboot or recast one of the original Trinity, Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman, you gotta reboot. You damn near you just reboot the whole thing. So if Henry Cavill can't stay, Wonder Woman Gal Gadot shouldn't stay. Ben Affleck is gone. Reboot it, because people are already going to try to mix and match. Well, what about Pattinson? And I hate Pattinson. I hate Ben Affleck. Everybody would always say, everybody pretty much had a reason not to like or 100% support the DCEU at the time, whether it was Superman Doesn't Kill, or Batfleck reminds me of Geely, or Gal Gadot is too thin. It was something. The only movie that hit $1 billion was Aquaman, and people didn't think that was going to happen. So with this report that's coming out from from IGN, I'm right there with you. I'm with all of you. The same. We're all confused about it. DC Studio CEO James Gunn and Peter Safran have a cinematic universe master plan in place, but conflicting reports over comments from Gal Gadot and other actors are leaving fans confused. Wonder Woman perhaps mistakenly got fans' hopes up by suggesting a third film was on the way. I see no point. And that report was from like I said, from IGN, written by Ryan, is it Dinesdale? I see no point in continuing on with DCEU or Zack Snyder launched iterations of the DC property when you've already simultaneously rebooted the damn thing. I understand you releasing and finishing out what's already been filmed, but other than that, no, I don't see a point in going backwards. It's just going to cause confusion, and like the article said, getting people's hopes up and people's responses to it. I knew it was bunk when James Gunn didn't say anything, and he still to this day hasn't said anything. Like, well, I think I'm wrong about that. I think he did respond to it. Like, no, that's not true. For whatever reason, Gal is mistaken. But when James didn't say anything, that told me everything I needed to know. Either she was mistaken, or she was remembering something from a past conversation. She was maybe confused between, or a publicist. A publicist advised her to let's test the water to see how the fans react to it, and maybe we can force this to happen, manifest destiny, if you will. Either way, I don't think it's happening. And let me know if you guys think, would you be okay with that? If Wonder Woman can stay as Gal Gadot can stay as Wonder Woman, is that okay with you? Should Jason Momoa stay on as Aquaman? If Henry Cavill can't be Superman, if there's going to be a new Batman, what do you think? Does that make sense to you? I mean, if you kind of look at what was done in the Flash movie, it can make sense, but it's just too much explaining that would be done, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it. Comment below. Maybe we'll talk about it if you guys are here with me in the live chat, and we'll talk about that. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's move on to the next topic. So, speaking of Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot was also in talks or in line to be in Barbie. If I go back to what my notes said, Gal Gadot expressing that she was very touched by Margot Robbie saying that she was the epitome of Barbie energy in an ENews article, and Barbie's now approaching becoming the highest grossing film of the year. The question now has been asked if there is a sequel that would be in the works, and who would you like to be cast in the sequel. So Barbie, I don't think Barbie was ever intended on being a franchise. I don't think they ever intended on ever making $1 billion either. I think they were happy, like, if this thing makes 500, that'd be great. But Mattel's like, bring that dump truck of money in, get Greta Gerwig on the phone. We need a sequel. And I think she was even out there expressing that she doesn't have one in mind, and maybe she'll come up with an idea later. But if I was to come up with, and I already spoiled it with this side by side right here, this picture. If I was to come up with my own short list of actors that I would like to see in a Barbie sequel, it would start with Zendaya. Obviously, you can have Gal Gadot in there, Anne Hathaway. Let me pull my list up real fast. Let me talk about why. And I got a honorable mention here too. So this is my Chris picks for Barbie 2 potential casting. Zendaya as stereotypical Barbie, Gal Gadot stereotypical Barbie, Anne Hathaway an evil Barbie. I don't know why, but I have Anne Hathaway as an evil Barbie. Haley Steinfeld Barbie, any Barbie. Anna Taylor-Joy. I would have said a stereotypical Barbie, but no, I'm not gonna go there. Samara Weaving. I would love her to be a Barbie. Actually, I would like her to be a Skipper, one of the Barbie sisters. Why do I know about that name? I just know it. Don't ask me any questions. Because she looks like Margot Robbie. Zoe Kravitz, stereotypical Barbie. Emma Stone comes in as just a Barbie. I don't care which. She can be a politician Barbie. I don't care. Brain surgery Barbie. I don't care. Just a Barbie. And then Emma Watson should be just a Barbie. And my last on my list on rounding out, this is in no particular order, but Charlize Theron. I would have her as a villain. I would also have her as I know I said Anne Hathaway should be evil, but not necessarily a villain. I would like Charlize Theron to be a villain Barbie. And an honorable mention, I have Amy Schumer. Why do I have Amy Schumer? Well, if you don't know, Amy Schumer was the person that they had for Barbie, and another version of it that was an original. From what I remember hearing about it, was that it was going to be more of a comedy, fish out of water style kind of a thing, where here's my opinion, here's my thoughts. Everything that that the red pill, whatever society you want to call them, the fandoms, whatever want to say, that's going on in the Barbie movie that we got, that really isn't, probably, I think would have been 100% true with Amy Schumer's take on it. I'm 100% convinced that, what did they say? It would have been so woke. Yeah. That I would have been like, yeah, because I'm telling you, I think that, if I remember correctly, that's the plot that she kind of had, where it was about women empowerment, but it would have. Look, I'm just speculating, but I believe, or if that just, even it could have been the exact same script, but because Amy Schumer was there, it would have been more chum in the water for the sharks to just complain and gobble it up. I don't know, but that's my list. That's my list. If you guys have any picks, any people that you think would fit in a Barbie movie, let me know, man. And the reason why, let me go back to my full list. Look, I said stereotypical Barbie, meaning a replacement for Margot Robbie. If you don't know what happened in Barbie, okay, spoiler alert, here it goes. She becomes human at the end. Now, maybe in the sequel, she would go back to Barbie world as human and talk about her adventures. Are you coming back are you going to turn back into Barbie? There's you left a void behind when you left, and Barbie be like, nah, I ain't coming back. So now there needs to be a new Barbie. We need the new. He said, only when you are lying face down in your medical bed, and what was that on Key and Peele? They would see the new Dedic. They would see the new Barbie. When I say stereotypical Barbie, I mean to replace Margot Robbie. Zendaya would be on my list for that. Anne Hathaway would no. Gal Gadot I could see Gal Gadot being that, because it could be funny. Gal can do funny. Believe it or not, if you haven't seen her, what's that spy movie that she did with John Hamm? Gal can be funny. I would give her a chance on that one. But when I say, but can she lead the franchise like the way Margot Robbie did it? I think Zendaya would be a better choice, though. Zoe Kravitz might even be a better choice. And the reason why I'm putting the women of color as the stereotypical Barbies and nobody else is because I would imagine that for the sequel, to make that society lose their mind. Everybody loses their mind. I think that's what they would do. I think they would make a black woman or a Hispanic woman or just not a Margot Robbie type to be the stereotype. Then exactly what happened with Spider-Man when Miles Morales was created. All the fanboys will lose their mind, and then later when it becomes awesome, they'll all lie and say, we loved Miles Morales since day one. No, when that Spider-Man book came out, was renounced the first time, everybody lost their mind. It was an alternate universe where Peter Parker still exists, but you're always race trading, race baiting, blah, blah, blah. It was a different character. Always claiming, because when they say make an original character for a person of color, you can't. They also say you can't. You say they should say ... and you can't give them the same name. That's what they mean. But anyway, let me stop off my soapbox. What do you guys think about my list? Give me another suggestion, another name that you want to add to that. What would you add on top of that? Zendaya. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the hair. Look at the jawline. That's my Barbie right there. Look at the side. Look at the side boob. That's my Barbie right there. Look at that. Look at that. Should I run down the whole list with this? Let's run down the whole graphic. Look at that. Look at the weave. Look at the chin. Look at the neck. That's my Barbie right there. Anne Hathaway. Look at that. Look at the eyes. Look at Haley. Look at her. That's my Barbie right there. This Barbie's a no. I wouldn't want to be a mermaid Barbie. No. She would have to be a Barbie. One of my favorite actresses right now, Anya Taylor-Joy. I mean, she is a living Barbie right now. She is a living Barbie. I wish she would have lasted in Scream, man. Samara. I loved her in Scream. I was hoping that her part would be bigger. I was so disappointed. I'm telling you, they would make her Zoe Kravitz like the stereotypical Barbie. At least that's what I think the direction with the story would go. A woman of color being the new stereotypical Barbie or the prototype Barbie or whatever. Emma Stone. She looks like a Barbie doll. I could have seen her in the Margot Robbie role in this version that we got right now. Emma Watson. I could just see her as maybe one of the little sisters. Maybe not a Barbie. Maybe a little sister. But Charlize Theron, if she's not the villain, like the evil queen to take it over, the void that's be like that would be funny as hell. And when I said that, I felt like. And Amy Schumer, I mean that as a gag, like the way Nicolas Cage was Superman in the Flash movie. Like, hey, remember she was supposed to be Barbie, but she wasn't. Now she's in the. Here we go. She's here now. Like that. Nothing major. Or maybe she'd be the puppet master the whole time, jealous Barbie, and like trying to destroy Margot Robbie in the real world or something like that. Oh. I'm not gonna write the movie for you guys. Let me know what you guys think, and let's then talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it on the upcoming We Got Your Mail. All right, moving on. The rumor is Taylor Swift just likes to be everywhere, and she's not going to stop hogging all your for you attention on TikTok, and she's everywhere in the news. Making people go bankrupt trying to buy her expensive ass tickets. Now she wants to be in your Marvel Cinematic Universe. I feel like J. Jonah Jameson. Maybe I should go against. No, I don't want no problems with no Swifties. We're like, Taylor Swift at it again, trying to take over the damn world. Now she's invading our Marvel Cinematic Universe. The rumor is that Taylor Swift will be playing Dazzler. Now, the only history that I have with Dazzler is from that old arcade game, that X-Men game from back in the day. I don't know anything about Dazzler, but she seems to be, from what I can tell, a very powerful mutant. From what I understand, it's because Dazzler is a mutant who's also a singer and a pop star or whatever. It fits. I mean, if any, how people are like, if the character is Asian, make sure you have an Asian person playing them. If the character is black, make sure you have a black person playing them. If they're deaf, if the character's deaf, have a real deaf person playing them. People are becoming more sensitive with having representation and whatnot. Now, pop stars who are singers, blonde white pop stars aren't hurting. And nobody's fighting. Nobody's saying that Taylor Swift is a minority, but a pop star who a blonde blonde popular singer and stuff. I'm not saying I don't know if Dazzler is supposed to be like the best singer in the world or if she's the most popular singer in the Marvel universe. I don't know, but you can spin it that way. You can, she looks side by side right there. She looks just like this character, just like her. And the images that I've seen of her when they, put the makeup on her and all that, it's one of the best fits I've seen. Could anybody play this character? Yes. Should it be just the best actor for the role? Yes. Theoretically, yes. But we're talking Deadpool here. If this is happening, it's going to be another gag. It's going to be a gag. where she's gonna pop in and brutally be murdered and then leave, and it's gonna be over. Just like when Brad Pitt popped in, popped out for a split second, right? Or this is the reason why we don't have Domino or something like that. You know, if it's a bigger deal. There's so many things that I looked up with this Dazzler character, and so many other rumors that, like, who the main villain is if it's Mojo and all that, if it's and there's so many connections with it. My only question now is, will Taylor Swift then become, if Marvel ever decides to use Dazzler ever again? Because this is one of two things. Either Kevin Feige has no plans ever to use this character, or what if the Swifties boost this, or all you hear all over the internet, just from the Swifties alone? Yes, or even better, hey, what if Taylor Swift just crushes it? Forget the Swifties. What if she wins over the Marvel fans? Like Taylor did pretty good. Okay, all right. I see. Okay. I mean, she all right. She the anti-hero in real, but now she want to be a Marvel superhero. Okay. I mean, stranger things have happened. So I'm looking at this as it's probably just a gag. It's just something to do. You know, just throw it in there. It's funny. Maybe she has a good relationship with Ryan Reynolds, and they're all friends and stuff. Or maybe Ryan thought of it. You know, it would be funny. You know, it'd be funny. You know, it'd be funny to play this character, and we're gonna do all kinds of stupid, crazy stuff to her. You know, it would be really funny if Taylor Swift was able to go toe to toe with Ryan Reynolds. You know, with the comedy, and was able to say the most shocking, crazy stuff that would, like, what? Just blow people's mind. You never know with Ryan. So that's the question. And I think I have it in the chat. So if you guys are there watching, if you're watching this live, if you haven't seen it, there's a voting thing. Like, where do you think this is gonna go? Let me see if I have it. Is the poll still up? If it's still up, I don't think I could pull it up right now. So let me see if I can't pull it up on my phone. But let me know I asked you guys what your thoughts on it. How is this going to be handled? Is it just a one and done? Is this the reason why Domino is in effect? Was this better for the story than bringing Domino back? Maybe. You never know. Before the show started, I saw that it was on CBR.com. It was moving from rumor to they're reporting that it is this is it, that this is now true. Maybe it's been confirmed. I don't know. I'm still, when I was doing the show notes for the day, I'm still on the it's a rumor part of it. So if it's legit, if this is, the question to me is she now Dazzler forever, or is she going to be a multiverse version of Dazzler? And if they ever use the character again, if Kevin Feige, like, seriously ever wants to use the character again in an upcoming X-Men movie, will she still be Dazzler? I guess it'll all depend on how it's used. Now, I didn't know that much about the Dazzler character, so I had to look it up. I guess Dazzler, aka Allison Blair, human mutant. Number 2, she team affiliates, has been in many teams, but most notably with S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's been an X-Men. Notable aliases: the Disco Dazzler. Number 4, abilities to convert sound into light energy granted flight. That's number 5. Number 6, invisibility. Number 7, hologram generation. Number 8, light projection. Number 9, ultraviolet light. And number 10, light shields. And that's just only because I usually stop at 10 is where I stop. But there was more, and other things that I saw, that she's actually pretty powerful from what I've seen. I think I saw something that she was one of Galactic's minions or heralds or whatever it's called. I'm like, okay, all right, Dazzler, there you go. Let me know what you guys think about this casting. Will you support it? Are you against it? Are you underwhelmed, overwhelmed, just whelmed? Let me know what you guys think, and let's talk about it maybe on an upcoming We Got Your Mail. So over the weekend, before the weekend, like last week, I did my box office predictions. I predicted, obviously, the top 3 was going to be obviously Barbenheimer, was going to be number 1 and number 2 again. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was picked to be number 3, and the projections that were coming in was that Meg 2 was going to be number 4. Last Voyage of the Demeter would be number 5. Me and Kevin, the director, as we were here on Friday, over the weekend, we said that the number 4 and number 5 were going to be flipped. So I predicted, my choice was number 1, Barbie, number 2, Oppenheimer, number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 4, Last Voyage of the Demeter, and number 5, Meg 2. But the projections were correct. These guys, I've only gone against the projections that were given to me and been correct once. Other than that, these guys are pretty on point. It rounded out just like that. Now let's go into the top 5 over the weekend and what the overall box office worldwide so far is. So like I said, they said number 1 was Barbie. It made over 33 million this weekend on its 4th week. Also on its 4th week, Oppenheimer is at number 2. It made almost $19 million. And this is domestic, by the way. Number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, total of 15 million to take the number 3 spot on its 2nd week. Also on its 2nd week, Meg 2 was, I thought it was going to be number 5, but it took it. I thought the numbers that we're seeing for Meg and Demeter, I thought were going to be switched. But the thing I guess that people mostly enjoyed about the boats and waters and danger in the ocean was Meg 2. I don't know why. From the 2nd week, no, and it's premiere week, opening week, the Last Voyage of the Demeter, the Dracula based film that's based on a chapter in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Captain's Log, came in at number 5. It's only made $6.5 million. I thought that projection was going to be way off. But so far, worldwide numbers, so far Barbie has made over $1.1 billion. It's aiming for the top spot over Mario Brothers. Oppenheimer has made over 600. It's about to hit $700 million. The Turtles have yet to crack 100 million so far. It's still under 100 million. I am disappointed with that. In the 2nd week, Meg 2 has made a total of 256 million, and obviously the Last Voyage of the Demeter, that was its debut, so it's total worldwide because the overseas numbers haven't all come in yet. So they're using the domestic numbers. It's 6.5 million. But that Turtles one, man. Look, I know I criticized the Turtles for I don't 100% understand what's going on with. I like the certain versions of origin stories better than others, but that was a good movie. It is a great movie. Is it as good as Spider-Verse? There's some people who believe it is, but I'm not one of them. But it's just as good. Animation, they did a perfect blend of the Cowabunga dudes from the cartoon and from what I've heard from the old school comic book version. I mean, the ninja style, the fighting was on point. And the fun, the things that brings the kids in, the Cowabunga dude stuff, it was there too. It was. I felt like a decent blend of the two worlds. I thought this would be. I thought it would make more money, if that makes. But Barbie is still a phenomenon. There are still groups of Barbs going out there and pinking it up, and it's kind of fun. It's crazy, but it's happening for Barbie. Barbie's a juggernaut. Barbie and Oppenheimer are just cleaning up. So the question is, which is the movie that's going to take that spot? What do you guys think about the box office results, man? Let me know. Maybe we'll talk about it throughout the week. Okay. I was going to end the show with the last topic being a recap of a review of Ted Lasso 3, but I want to do that with my wife. There's a lot of things I like to do with my wife. That is one of them. But she's not here. She's downstairs working. She did not remember that I was going to do a show today, so she took a nap. When she normally refuses to sleep, she likes to take. I like to take naps too. She always forgoes her nap to help assist the show when I do it in the afternoon. This time she took her nap because she works the night shift as well. Works very hard. She deserves her sleep. and I wasn't gonna bug her about doing the show today, even though I could have. But so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll talk about Ted Lasso tomorrow. So let me end off the show with I think 1, 2, 3, 4, around 4. It's 5. Now we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna go here. Let's see, just in case if you guys are saying anything before I have to go, because I have to peace out and pick up the kids. I see one person in the chat, Limas Ponjin. Limasanin Ponjin says, I mean, she is a singer. She is a singer, so it could be perfect for her. Plus, her fans will pull off, and who knows, people might end up liking her as Dazzler. 100% true. And I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name, man. Lamasanin Ponjin. 100%. Wouldn't it be crazy if not only if, because the Swifties are going to love it no matter what, but wouldn't it be crazy if she does so well, like Kevin Feige, okay, all right, we got the Swifties, and then she did a good job. Now, it's only going to be based on the job that she does. I mean, unless the numbers can prove that a Dazzler movie that the Swifties would go crazy. Now, I never believed that a fan base of a certain niche translates to big money in the box office. But the Swifties, and if she does a good job at it, then and she can convince the Marvel fanboy, at the very least, a Disney Plus series on it. I think a Disney Plus series would be good for Taylor, because she does not have that much acting experience. She's been in some movies and whatnot, but I mean, there's been like roles and gigs that she can, like Eminem playing B Rabbit kind of stuff. You kind of just being yourself really on it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe a Disney Plus series to see how it feels, or maybe just one of those characters that just shows up every now and then in the background in the X-Men movie. She is a mutant, so just for fun, might pull it up, but only if it makes sense. Because if you think the word forced is overused nowadays about the Phantom Boy, forced, boy, so it would have to make sense. So maybe a series. Maybe I wouldn't do a movie, no matter how much hype or buzz that the fans or her hardcore fans give, because it still has to be good. You know what I'm saying? It still has to be. But at the same time, if the Swifties can guarantee $500+ million at the box office, or the highest ratings that Disney Plus ever seen, no matter what, even if they're gonna watch it or not, they watch it 1 billion times. Each Swiftie watches the series like 10 times each and just puts it on play and just leaves the room or whatever just to get the numbers. Hell, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens on that. All right, guys, that's it. I couldn't even keep my promise. I'm so long-winded. I did a tight 45. I did a 45-minute show, and it would have been longer if I would have did that Ted Lasso thing. But we'll do that tomorrow. That's the show, guys. Appreciate. I didn't know if anybody would be watching this live. I don't normally do shows on Monday, but I'm going to try to make this a daily show. The kids are in school. I have some free time. I do have a day job, but I'm going to see if I can make the day-to-day entertainment movie news rundown with your host, Chris Fagan. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you for hitting me up in the live chat, man. That's awesome. I like I said, I didn't expect anybody, but there you were, man. I'm just happy that somebody's out there listening. Let me know what you guys think about that and any other topics. Don't forget, you can always catch the podcast if you don't have time to watch me live. If my face is too punchable on all your podcast providers of choice, you can listen to us there. Follow us on all the socials, man. Let us know what you guys think, and share your any topics that you want us to talk about. Hit us up. Become a supporter of the channel you can call us on our hotline, or become a member. Use super chats. We really appreciate any love, any support. You're not obligated to, but if you do, man, it really does help the channel to grow. All your support, all your love, even your comments and your suggestions. If you can't do a super chat or become a member or anything like that, hit the like button right here, right now, man. Just hit the like button. Give me a pity like. Give me a pity little, just tickle that like button. Just give me a pity like. I appreciate it. Either way, it all helps us out. And like I said, if you have any comments you want to share with us, just hit us up on the comment section and let us know your thoughts on everything or anything you want us to talk about. All right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have any suggestions or what you want me to talk about, send it to me. And until next time, guys, hey, peace. Hey, guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown.